In a country teeming with opulence, it's a stark reality that an estimated 500,000 people in America are homeless on any given night. This isn't just a bleak statistic, it's a haunting illustration of a profound societal imbalance. As we dive deeper into this problem, we unravel a systemic issue that permeates the very fabric of American society. Housing, a basic human need, has become an unstable commodity for millions of citizens, a distressing symptom of a country wrestling with a housing crisis of monumental magnitude. The issue goes beyond just homelessness. It extends to the looming threat of eviction that hangs like a dark cloud over the heads of millions more. This unsettling is not only a testament to the perilous state of housing affordability, but also underscores the widening economic disparity that exists in the country. Consider the case of Milwaukee during the COVID lockdowns, a scenario that magnifies the harsh realities of this crisis. In the heart of this Midwestern city, Yusef Joe Barada, a millionaire landlord, was responsible for an astounding majority of the city's evictions in June. In a single week, he filed a jaw-dropping 225 evictions, a number that sends shivers down the spine. Barada's actions, while shocking, were not without consequence. The city erupted in waves of protests. Citizens, housing advocates, and activists took to the streets, their voices echoing across the city, sparking a dialogue that would ultimately lead to a temporary hiatus on evictions. These protests were more than an outcry against one man's actions. They were a symbolic stand against the broader issue of corporate landlords driving evictions. This case serves as a microcosm of the larger societal concern of property moguls exacerbating the homelessness crisis, especially amid the pandemic. In a country teeming with opulence, it's a stark reality that an estimated 500,000 people in America are homeless on any given night. So what happens when individuals are driven to their breaking point, when the price they pay for survival grows exorbitant, and the once secure refuge of a steady abode is abruptly taken from them? The manifestations are unmistakable. As the financial burden becomes unendurable, the stability of a consistent roof over one's head turns an elusive dream. The predicament is clear. This is not just about survival, it's about the fear of the unknown, the sense of impending doom. As the cost of living and the promise of a secure home fades away, an unusual phenomenon is occurring. A distinct rise in the number of doomsday preppers is being observed, individuals who are bracing themselves for a potential apocalypse. The figures are startling, demonstrating a shift in mindset. This growing trend is indicative of the anxiety and uncertainty pervading the nation. But could this housing crisis be the harbinger of a larger economic catastrophe? Economists and finance experts are increasingly concerned about the stability and future of the housing market. A potential storm brewing that could lead to a significant housing crash. The situation is exacerbated by the expiration of eviction bans. This policy change places a heavy financial on renters who are already struggling. In addition, they are staring down the barrel of a mounting debt crisis, which could push the market even closer to the edge. Moreover, the threats to the housing market aren't isolated. A downturn in this sector could trigger a domino effect, ripple effects across various industries. This could result in a broad economic downturn affecting employment rates, consumer spending, and overall economic health. The implications of such an event would be far-reaching, impacting not just the housing sector, but the entire economy. And in this cauldron of economic disparity, social unrest, and housing instability, could we be witnessing the seeds of a civil war? This provoking question is haunting the minds of many as we stand at the crossroads of a critical juncture in our nation's journey. It's not words whispered and hushed anymore. It's not speculation. It's an echoing roar, a stark reality that we can't ignore. The disparity is apparent, the disquiet undeniable. It's reflected in our homes, our neighborhoods, our cities. America is in the throes of a crisis unlike any we've seen before. Every day, more citizens find themselves teetering on the brink of homelessness, grappling with eviction notices. The cost of living, the cost of mere survival, is soaring, becoming increasingly unaffordable for a vast majority. The middle class shrinking, the gap between the rich and the poor widening, This socioeconomic inequality is feeding into a survivalist mentality, with more individuals turning towards doomsday prepping. A dark cloud of a housing crash looms ominously in the horizon, threatening to shatter the already fragile stability. The socio-political climate is not helping either, the air thick with tension, bristling with anticipation of a storm. These challenges are not mere weary sighs of a struggling nation. They are urgent cries for help, desperate pleas for attention and action. These challenges demand our attention and action for the sake of a more secure and equitable future.